Hi, Zizaran here with a build theory for the upcoming Point 3 League, and we still don't have the skill tree, so we can't make build guides. You probably do see a lot of build guides on YouTube already, but yeah, hopefully most of the ones you're looking at have a lot of disclaimers because there is no good idea of what we can play yet, not fully. That's why like everything is very up in the air right now, so yeah, I want to have some heavy disclaimers here. This is going to be a collab with Goratha, and this is what he's going to be league starting. It's more about talking about the idea of the build, what he's going to be doing, because he's going to obviously have a planner that he will constantly update through max roll and stuff. It's very easy for creators to keep those updated. Goratha, tell me a little bit about the build you're planning for point 3.
So for point 3, my main idea is to play with the new Black Flame Covenant Keystone,
Yeah.
I think it's called, along with Fireball. So I played Fireball in point 1 as a disappear spellcaster, Bloodmage. On patch point 1, if you took the first node on your ascendancy, your character just started dying to itself. That sounds bad. Like endgame, the character really popped off. I really liked Fireball, and they're buffing Bloodmage a lot. Like they're adding Sanguinesi's Tree now. You get like an extra ascendancy point. They're like moving the spell crit 1 point before the crit damage, which is really good for spellcasters. Kind of big nerf for attack builds, but yeah, it doesn't matter for us, I guess.
Yeah.
In Sanguinesi, if you haven't played it before it used to be you gain remnants on crit. Now it's gonna be gain remnants on hit. So this is a massive early game sustain. Yeah, big sustain change.
And they work the same way the Energy Shield Remnants, like they double your life, right?
So they used to double your life, but that part is getting nerfed a little bit. It's only going to be 50%. But still, that's really, really good. It's basically like Overleech if you played BB1 from like Slayer or whatever. It's going to be really strong defensively. I'm pretty excited about Bloodmage changes. And yeah, so we're converting the Fireball to Chaos, mostly for Despair, like scaling, Despair effect.
Yeah.
And honestly, Purple Flames, that's actually, I mean, I could tell you like I'm doing it for mechanics, but honestly, just having Purple Flames sounds really fun.
And obviously we don't have the full skill tree yet, but we've seen people have stitched together rough images of the skill tree, and we've seen that the structure of the skill tree isn't changing. So obviously, I'm guessing you're just gonna have to like keep that updated with maybe a few changes.
Yeah, so my current plan is to go into Ranger, because I want to make the character feel as good as possible. And there's a lot of boost speed in Ranger, there's a lot of crit nodes. There's a pretty cool interaction with Fork. Not sure if you've ever used those nodes before, they're called Split Shot. You gain an additional projectile when you fork. I was planning on using Snake Bit, the guaranteed fork.
Yeah.
That item is a bit rare though, so I have to use like fork support gem early on. But it should be pretty nice for adding extra projectiles as well.
Yeah, I mean, it's most of the changes we've seen is sort of in the mercenary area and ranger area. So those are where we're getting the most new nodes.
Hopefully they add some more chaos nodes. I feel like poison especially is a bit weak on the tree, but yeah, I'm hoping to see more.
I would be shocked, yeah, if we don't get more chaos nodes. And for those that don't know, like the big problem with chaos right now is you have very, very few chaos nodes. Some of them have pretty bad downsides. I think you only have 4 actual chaos nodes because some of them are like minion chaos resist, and some are very out of the way. So what's going to be the main defenses of your build?
So initially, I'm thinking. Well, there's a couple cool ideas. So first off, Bloodmage is just pretty tanky in general because of the overflow mechanic. But then you also have Spell Leech. You have Grasping Wounds, which is like Progenesis in PB1. You have kind of like a delayed damage taken as dot over time. That works really well in combination with the recovery. So Bloodmage by itself is already pretty tanky. And you also get more HP because we're going to be taking the Crimson Power node, which will scale ES on your body armor to apply to life instead. So Bloodmage is just tanky by being a Bloodmage. But I'm also planning on either going for evasion on the tree, just like having evasion gear with maybe some deflection, if that mechanic turns out to be pretty strong. If it's not strong, we don't really need to go evasion of deflection. Can just go like a focus with like a stone Lazar, get some block chance. And yeah, I mean, just having some evasion or block should make the character super tanky, because we have such a high HP pool and a lot of recovery.
As far as like gear you're hoping to get and stuff, like, do you feel like this is like a trade league build? SSF viable?
So in my opinion, I almost feel like every build in PvE2 is like a trade build, because all the good items are, well, I mean, they may be changing this actually next patch, right? I think they're making the unique items a little more attainable.
They are, but we do have a lot less target farming options in PoE2.
Yeah.
I love SSF and PoE1, but I played it at launch and have not been able to get into SSF after that.
Same. All the interesting items you just can't really target farm, so it's just like you're just missing out on so much of the game in PvE2. PvE1 you can definitely do S stuff and it's really fun.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would say Trade League, there's a lot of really good items. A lot of them are pretty rare, so if you play SF, you might not find any of them. Like Wrathpith, for example. Like stacking life with Wrathpith is gonna be really strong. Snake Pit's pretty rare now, I think.
Yeah.
Defiance of Destiny is really good. All these unique jewels are really good. So yeah, there's a lot of really interesting items, I guess I'll say, for this build.
Also,
options.
a really good thing about all of this is that you're dodging being a Deadeye. I do think that's going to be the most popular this patch. Evasion just keeps on winning.
Yeah. Well, actually, this spell can be played as Deadeye too. You could go Deadeye tech. I mean, if you look at the tree, it's like, it is
Yeah.
right there. I think Bloodmage will be more interesting though, personally.
Especially good for hardcore, I think.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I'm sure a lot of people are a little unsure on what to play, and there's a lot of unknowns with us not having the skill tree. We don't have a working POB yet, and that's why, like, it's really good to follow something that a creator is playing themselves. Be a little bit wary about people putting out like 4 or 5 guides, because it's hard for build creators right now to update more than one build. So yeah, I definitely recommend to everyone checking out what Goratha is playing, and you're always going to get solid updates. And I haven't seen him play a weak build in quite a while. I'm excited, dude.
I'm excited too. I should probably talk about infusions too.
Yes.
Infusions are pretty big. The one thing is we don't really know how they're gonna work exactly yet, but this build does have a lot of ways to generate them. The Living Bomb is being changed. It's like a new orb skill, I think. And when you attack into it, it'll blow up and drop a remnant, give you like a fire remnant. So that'll be super strong. But I'm also putting in Siphon Elements and Castling Crit Snap as well. I'm not sure if we'll really need all 3 of them.
Yeah.
But I feel like having as many infusions as possible sounds like a good starting point, and then we can like drop it as we need if we're getting too many, for example. Which I kind of doubt that'll happen, but who knows, right?
Yeah.
I have to play around with it and see. There's also the cool tech. Have you seen this tech? You like weapon swap Wicked Quill, Effigy of Cruelty. This is actually one of the actual reasons for playing Chaos. But we get Wither on hit, and we get Critical Weakness. We weapon swap either Ember Slide, or I think Bone Storm would be an option too.
Yeah.
But it's getting like a massive amount of like debuff stacks from weapon swapping. And that'll be instant weapon swap next patch. And then we can stack Wither Effect and Curse Effect on top of that with the weapon swap tree. So it should be really good.
Yeah, I mean, the weapon swap stuff is going to be absolutely huge.
I actually like weapon swapping, but when you actually use it in game, it's like super clunky right now. It's like...
Yeah, I mean, I'll probably be using weapon swapping too, because I'm going to go Mortars, but now that we can have a crossbow and both the swaps, like, you don't need to have 2 crossbows to use swaps. I'll be able to just, use really powerful mortars and really powerful single target. Guys, make sure you check out Goratha. Like, he's going to have very up-to-date, like, planner on max roll. And how fast do you think he'll have an actual, like, written guide out?
I'm gonna try to get it out within a couple days. I mean, it really depends on how good the build is, right? I'll have to play around with it, figure out the best setup. So once I figure out what the best setup is, that's when I'll start doing the written guide. But obviously, when I'm doing the max roll planner, I'll be updating as I change stuff. So that'll be the easiest way to keep up with the build.
Awesome.
Along from like whatever videos I make.
Anything else you want to mention for the build?
No, that's pretty much it. Well, I mean, I'm probably gonna level as ED Contagion, I think, because Fireball is becoming a T3 gem, which is like level 6. Yeah. But you don't get the infusions until later. I don't think you can really play with Fireball until later. So it'll probably be Essence Drain Contagion for at least Act 1 and 2. And maybe we'll try to like transition into Fireball as we're playing.
Contagion was
the thing
really
with ED Contagion...
anyway.
Yeah, I mean, it's also like you don't really even cut that many gems. It's just like ED Contagion and like that's kind of it. So you can kind of just cut the Fireball gems as you get access to more gems and just try it out when you get it.
Yeah.
So it should be pretty easy, like whenever you actually start feeling strong. The tree's gonna be the same pretty much. Because we're scaling chaos damage on both builds, which is kind of cool. So it will transition really easily without even having to respec too much.
Yeah, you won't need too much gold. Well, guys, make sure you check out Goratha, throw him a follow on Twitch and check him out, and keep up to date with his build there. Super great creator. We do a lot of collabs together, and I always love to see what he's cooking. So check him out. Hope you guys enjoy these collabs. Thanks for watching. Sub if you liked the video, but more importantly, try to die less than we do.